my blessing no cease.
Okay, this is your most trusted real estate property provider in the built environment, Ayeni and Godwin. The topic before us today is how to know a genuine landed property in Lagos, Nigeria. So we'll be taking it bit by bit. Before I proceed further, so let's introduce ourselves. Mr. Fred, I know your name is very familiar. For the sake of others who are online with us, for them to know and get acquainted with each and every one of us. So let's start with you, Mr. Fred. Your full name. Alright, increase the volume of your system. I cannot hear your voice. Okay, the next person. Wow, madam, you are online today. What happened now? For the past week, we not be seeing you online. You have missed a lot of the lectures. So anyway, you can see, go back. I dropped some of the lecture on the link. When you just click on the link, you get back the previous lectures. So you just do some little revision. So any question that you have concerning the lecture you have missed so far, you drop it on the comment bar, so I'll reply it as soon as I see it immediately. So let's proceed to the next person. You can see screen 8. Your screen is not coming up, it is blank. You have to brighten it up. Just put on the, you should have a light in your office or in your store, a very flashlight. I can see everything. You can see my own, the way is bright, everywhere is bright. People can see me from my head to toe. If you want to make a quality video, you have to make sure that you have a background light that can brighten up. Either you are using your office, or you are using your home, or you're using your library. Any of them, you can pick anyone. Whether your parlor or your sitting room, like where I am right now is the living room. So I'm doing lecture from the living room. I say I'm sitting on the couch. So just get a space that can be convenient for you, so that you will pass quality videos to your listener out there. The only way you can drive traffic is when you have a good quality videos. Forget about the description of the product you are selling to people. All you first need to do, make sure that your video is good and quality standard. That only way can resonate with people who are viewing your videos online. So Fred, I can see something is still wrong with your screen. Okay, let's go. How many of us are online presently? 8 of us. I'm still expecting the 2 others. They are trying to fix their, I think their webcam is not coming up. So I don't know. Maybe they can join us much later. Okay, the topic before us is how to know a genuine landed property in Lagos State, Nigeria. So one of the things you have to look at is the title document of that said property. Which of the title document that property is old? So we have several title documents when it comes to real estate property. One of them is the COFO, which is called Global Certificate of Occupancy. That is the highest document when it comes to landed property. You also have the survey plan. So that survey plan is very crucial. As an individual, if you are buying into any property or any exit, maybe you are buying a land or a house, you have to have a survey to your said property, be land or house. So that land or house will specify the boundary of your said property, so that will not encroach to somebody else's property. That is the reason why that survey is necessary. So as an individual, you have to have your own survey. So survey is also documented with the company and the state government. So that is for the survey. We also have what we call government allocation. As the government allocation talks about a property whereby government allocated it to a company or to an individual. But in the case of allocation of land by state government in any part of the country, is normally done for an organization, a company, hardly done for an individual in the case of government allocation of landed property. So the next one, we have deed of assignment. So the deed of assignment is talking about if you have secured a property, so there must be a written document about that property that specify your name, the name of the company, the buyer and the seller of the said property. It will be written, and the sizes of the plot of land. In the case of land, it will be measured to the, if you are buying like 600 square meters, in the case of Ogun State, they are doing 600 square meters for a full plot, while Lagos State are doing 500 square meters. So also you can also do 1000 square meters if you are buying more than a plot, that is 2 plots. In the case of a full plot, if you are doing it in Ogun State, is 600 square meters, while in Lagos State is 500 square meters for a full plot. That is the standard. So every state has their own standard they operate. So it all depends on where you are buying that property. So let's proceed. The next one is excision. An excision is a document issued on land that has been released by the government to the indigene of a certain community or village. All land belongs to government. So the next one is contract of sales. This is a contract between 2 or more parties in which the seller agrees to sell and the buyer agrees to buy a real property. The contract outlines terms and conditions, the sales and purchase of the property. Our rules still stand. Nobody should ask a question. It's only when we have done with the lecture. So at the end of the lecture, I will attend to each and every one of our questions. So the next one we should discuss. So this one will happen to be the last for today. So the next one is receipt. This land document is a list of all and is just for the seller to acknowledge that he or she has received the due money he or she wants to sell the land. As simple as this document may seem or appear, it is still very important for future purposes. Before we go into the questions, let me first of all ask this simple question. Which of you can easily specify the most important document of this document I've listed under land acquisition? Let's hear you. Okay, Mr. Okay, so let's hear you. Okay, the document. Which of the document will you say is important among the one I've listed so far in course of this lecture? Okay, COFO. That's good. That is Global Certificate of Occupancy. That one is the most highest document when it comes to landed property. We also have the government consent. You know, in course of this lecture, I told you about if an individual want to have a COFO to his name, so you have to approach government for government consent. All government just need to do is to sign on the COFO of the estate of that said property already in existence. So your name will be on it. That is what we call the government consent. Okay, the next person, okay, want to know more on excision. An excision is a document issued on land that has been released by the government to the indigene of certain community or village who originally owned the land before the government acquisition. You know, it is well known that all land belongs to government according to 1978 Land Use Act. So this specifies that all lands belongs to government. So you know, before the promulgation of such law, land actually was owned by a community. An individual can hold land, a citizen can hold land, a family can hold a large portion of land. In the case of the pronouncement of that certain degree by the government in the country, so all laws that is formerly in existence are abolished. So all land under any acquisition before by society, individuals, village, community can be reserved under the control of government according to the Land Use Act. So any community that is up to a certain amount of residents in a given area, before such community we have that name as a village or town, so government must attend to it. So that is where an acquisition under government fall into. You ask question about excision, or you want to know more about excision. All right, just like I explained earlier ago, an excision is a document used on a land that has been released by the government to the indigene of certain community or village who originally owned the land before the government acquisition. As it is well known that all land belongs to government. In case of this document, previously the land belongs to a certain community, but due to the promulgation of 1978 Land Use Act, all land fall under government jurisdiction. So for a community or village to fully attain to or claim ownership of land, it has to be given by government. And before such process is carried on, government has to know the boundary of that said community or village before excision will be granted to that village or community. Hope you get more of the explanation. So next question, is there any other person that have question to ask? All right, if there is none, this is where we draw the curtain for today's lecture. Thank you for having this time out with me. See you next week. So for those of our viewers out there, if you want to attend this class, there will be a link for you to sign to. So I'll be dropping the link very soon, so that you just click on the link and fill the form. For the next class, you can join us. So the class is going on free. There's no charges on it. I'll be expecting our class to be more than this next week. All right, thank you very much. We'll see you next week. Bye for now.